Hello and welcome back to one of our mini training sessions on Workbooks CRM. And in this one, we're going to cover the side panel feature of Workbooks to really gain fast access to key information of your choosing. So hello, my name is Tim Wilmot, joined by Stuart. Be passing over to Stuart in a minute or two. And we at Wizard Systems, we're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of solutions like Workbooks, and we help organizations use simple, affordable solutions to help improve their sales and marketing and customer service productivity. So thanks those of you joining us live on this little mini Workbooks training session, one of our regular series of presentations focusing on different topics in and around Workbooks. So the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got a question, any questions on what we're talking about or anything that's on your mind about Workbooks, please pop that into the question box on your meeting control panel. We'll do our best to answer those at the end. Quick mention about Wizard Systems, our company. We're a long-standing provider of a number of different leading CRM solutions, including Workbooks, and we provide, as regards Workbooks, we provide the complete package. We provide the system, provision of the system, any implementation help, configuration, training. That can be at your place, our place, or online. And finally, all the ongoing help desk support. If you get stuck, a query, we're just a short phone call, email away from you. Okay, so let me pass over to my colleague, Stuart, and he'll take us through the side panel feature. And while Stuart's just getting ready, I just can mention some of the benefits of using the side panel feature. Well, the most important benefit is easy access to key information that you want. That side panel provides quick access, as you'll see very shortly, to customer details, history, notes, any important information without the need for switching to different screens or tabs. So it can make you a little bit more efficient. It could improve workflow as well. So keeping that all important key information accessible right next to the person's record, the company record, for really sort of streamlining your daily workflows for getting those customer details. For example, you're making a call, getting all the right information there without having to go around different screens. And it's gonna save on your screen real estate as well. Having that side panel leaves you a bit more room on the screen and less toggling around between other applications or screens, keeping things tidy and a little bit more organized. And it can be customized. Side panels can be customized by you very easily, as we're about to see. So over to you, Stuart.
Thank you, Tim. Hopefully everybody can see this record I have on screen. And as Tim suggested, we have the tabs on screen. This is a company landing page, and I can go through the tabs one by one. If there are any off screen, I can scroll. But each time I click on one of these tabs, I lose the main tab. And I have to go back to the start to remind myself who this is, click on something else, and I have to click on main to come back to where it is. So is there an easier way to view some of this extra data, to navigate around this record? And yes, there is. And here's how. So I'll close Atlantic. And I'll go into the configuration of the system. I'm going to change the customization of the record types. And this particular one we're going to have a look at is organizations. And all we're doing is we're changing a form layout. So we click on this one. And for this one, I'm going to change the default layout so that, because I think all my users will benefit from the side panel on this record. So I open the default record, and you'll notice about the bottom section here has this form style, and it's saying no panel. So it's exactly default out of the box. So I'm going to change that. So I'm going to say I would like a panel to the right, 7525. I'm happy with that. That will do for me. And now I can tell the system what tab I would like it to display by default. So this is an organization landing page, and I'm happy that summary will be a good one. The moment you open the page, you'll see the summary of that organization right in front of you. So I shall save and close that. Save and close the organization itself. And if I was to come back in, I'll go the long way into organizations and open up Atlantic. We'll now see that where I previously had a nice on screen with all the tabs, down the right hand side now I have this summary. I can resize it a bit. I've got a fair bit of space on my screen, and I can scroll through this to see exactly what I want to see. Give me a summary of this record without having to go and hunt for it. I've kept the record on screen. Very nice, very easy. And there is another benefit to the side panel. This is the summary. If I want to view something else, I might want to look at perhaps the people on this record. Normally you'd click this. Now I can just click on the tab and it will load the people for me. I've stayed on the main record and I'm viewing the people. I can stay here. I can look at cases that have been assigned to Atlantic Computing. And remember, that only cases assigned to this particular record because it's the ownership of those cases. So that's it running on an organization record. Now, as I said, summary is quite good for organization, but you could use the side panel on other options. You could have, for instance, on cases. This panel here could show the comments. So when a user opens a record on a case, they can quickly see the comments down the right-hand side left by other users suggesting how a case may be resolved. You could add a side panel to the opportunities landing page where it would show a summary of the particular opportunity, transactions that have taken place. So there are lots of ways you can use this. I'm going to show you another one just to give you an idea of how well this can work. So back into record types, and for this one I'm going to use people. And again, a record type, standard view. So load this up. So there isn't one loaded. Again, I'm just going to say I want a panel to the right. I'll say 7525 again. This specific one, you'll notice that it doesn't matter which one I pick. This is the one I want to open by default. So for this one, I'm going to have the summary tab for people. Again, I shall save and close that. Go into people, and I'll open my test record here. So it loads me and loads straight away this summary tab. And again, without having to scroll through all of these, I can bring one of these up and look at any MailChimp activity that my account may have had. How many organizations am I assigned to? And one of the nice little features here, for instance, is membership. You'll notice that these tabs are still live. It's not just showing data. These are live tabs where you can manipulate the data and work on things. So I'm in the memberships, and I know that this particular record, Mr. Stewart Test, isn't receiving my newsletters, but wants to. So from within this side panel, I can click here. I can go down to our monthly newsletter. I'll select that he's interested. Close that. And now without having to leave the landing page for Stuart, I've gone into the memberships and I've added him to into this campaign. Save and close his record. And that's the side panels. Hope that helps.
Thanks very much, Stuart. Let me just come back to me. Yeah, thanks very much, Stuart. As you can see, very customizable, very flexible as regards how much you see, the content of it, of the information as well. So hopefully you see some benefit of that, and you'll implement it real soon in your own workbook system. So if you've got any questions around this feature, or indeed anything to do with workbooks, please pop that into the question box, and we'll do our best to answer those. Let me just see. Question from Sandy. Is it possible for a side panel to display a report or dashboard?
Yes, it can. The side panel's primary job is to show another tab that you'd see on that landing page. But as you can add a report or a dashboard as a tab to a record, that could also be viewed on a side panel.
Okay. Ravi is asking, can an admin control the side panels who can see and use them? ?
Yes, at their heart, the side panel is an addition to a form layout. So all the normal controls that come with form layouts can be controlled by the administrator. So who can actually see the side panels and who could make changes to them. So yes, admins do control them.
Okay, I think there's only one more question. Martin is asking if a user changes the default side panel and saves the record, does it stay on that panel?
No, it doesn't. When you flick between the side panels, as you saw me doing on that person record, and I left it there on the marketing tab, I saved the record and I left it. If I was to go back into that record, it will be back on the default side panel that my administrator sets. So on that landing page for people, it would reopen on the summary tab. I could switch it back, but it will always go back to the default when you reopen a record.
Okay, I don't think there's any more questions, Stuart. Let me draw things to a close on this mini session. Hopefully you're enjoying 7.1, latest release of workbooks, new features, drag and drop calendar, editing grid on activities, comments, project records, Kanban view, search improvements as well. Hope you're benefiting from that. We did show the Kanban view the other week in a Workbooks 101. If you need any training on workbooks, including our very popular Mastering Workbooks course, a very advanced course on workbooks, please contact any of us. We'll just be happy to send over the agenda to you and give you some of our next dates for that course. But thanks very much for attending this session, and we'll catch up with you on the next event. Bye-bye.